Sundaram driving the car very slowly. In his ears, the drops of ice is coming, and his heart is full of worries. He is in the worry mood that Nandini has insulted her in the office. She is feeling about that incident happened in his life. He is feeling very. His mind is in all is going on that Nandini had insulted me in the front of the office staffs, because all the office staffs has gives him a good respected. They have treated him as the equally in the society, but from this incident, this Nandini has insulted him in the office, so his eyes is full of tears. He is full of tears. He is slowly driving the car, and now the Priya Raman, the owner of him, is his boss, is seeing his eyes in the car's windows, in the front view. Now he is watching the Sundaram, what he is doing, why he is driving the car slow, why he is getting upset, and why he is in worry. He is thinking, and he is talking in cell phone. He is talking in cell phone with the accompaniment to the others, and at the same time he is watching the Sundaram activities also. He is watching the Sundaram activities very clearly, that he is in on problems and he is worrying about that. And the Sundaram is but Sundaram actually worries. His worry is about the incident happened in the office, Nandini office. The Nandini office, the Nandini is insulted him in the front of the office staffs. For that problem, he is thinking and worrying and driving the car slowly. But his boss Priya Raman is watching the activities of the Sundaram in the by the way of the glass in the front of the car. He is seeing the Sundaram face through the glass to the mirror in front of the car, in front view of. While watching the mirror, he is observing the activities of the Sundaram. Sundaram is feeling so sad, and he is crying, and he is talking. While talking in the cell phone itself, Priya Raman is watching the activities of the Sundaram. Sundaram cannot understand that Priya Raman is watching her, so his mind is in on the driving, and he is driving the car slowly. Now Priya Raman, after talking in the cell phone, he is calling Sundaram, what you are doing there? Why you are feeling? I can understand your feeling. She is saying. On hearing this, Sundaram is getting upset. How whether madam is know that problem, that the stolen that the amount was taken and put in my account, that matter was known to the madam, is simply getting tension. Whether is no that so what suddenly the camera is going to the Priya Raman, and the Priya Raman face is lightly smiling in face, and she is asking to Sundaram, don't worry, get Sundaram, your daughter's marriage will surely be happened. I am responsible for your daughter's marriage. And she is saying, on hearing this word, Sundaram is getting smile. Oh, relaxed. That matter is not known to the madam. Only the madam is talking about this problem. That's a daughter marriage. So he didn't know that problems, that matter is not come to the ear of the madam. So he is thinking that, and hearing the words of the his boss Priya Raman saying, I am seeing so many alliance for your daughter, but they are not getting perfect match for her. now last time also I saw two alliances for your daughter, but that alliance is not getting matched to her. For that, what can I do? And he's talking about that, and he's conveniencing the Sundarams slowly, and she is also telling that God has decided to give you a good husband. For that only the long distance is taking back, taking for his marriage, and he is saying like that to the Sundaram. Hearing these words, Sundaram is getting believed, and he is getting cool and cool on that, and he is very very cool. And even though the Priyaram is setting so much characters, the tears is coming from his eyes. What the reason for is this: his mind is full of that incident that he was being insulted by the in the front of the stops. So he is crying and crying. Now the car is moving, and the car entering into the temple, and the car is parking in the front of the temple. Both Priyaraman and Sundaram is getting out of the car, and Priyaraman is moving in front, and suddenly he is turning back and saying to the Sundaram, don't get worried. Surely your daughter marriage will happen. So you don't get worried. Everything will be God do for the good for you. So say your problems to the God. Surely the God will give the good things to you in your life. So don't get worried about any problems in your life. Come inside the temple, worship the God. The God will give the good things to you, and the God will solve all the problems in your life. So don't get worried in your life, Sundaram. Please come to the temple and say your problems to the God. The God will solve all your problems. Saying like that, Priyarama is entering into the temple boldly and happily. Sundaram is now entering into the temple behind his boss, and is going slowly with the sad face and tears on his eyes. Priyaraman is entering into the temple. He is seeing the face of the God. Priyaraman is seeing the face of the God. Now he is saying to the person to saying his problems to the God. He is seeing the face of the God, and Priyaraman is saying, "Oh my God, that my son Adi said that I have done a mistake in my life." What mistake? I didn't know. She is saying that I have taken the wrong decisions by giving 30% share to the Nandini. This is the mistake I have done, my son Hadi is saying. So I have confused in these words, and I have so sad on hearing these words from my Hadi. So please give me a correct decision, my dear God. He said, my son Mahadi didn't tell any. He will accept all the words, all the decisions I am taking in the company. So this is the first time he told me that I have taken the wrong decisions, that are giving the 30% share to the Nandini. So hearing this, I have get upset, and my mind is not cool. Oh my God, please, what is the whether the Adi said is correct or my decision is wrong? Please give me the correct decisions. And he is saying her problems to the God and worshiping the God, Priya Raman. On the other side of the house, Sundaram is standing, and he is watching, and he is watching the activities of his boss, and he is seeing the face of the God. He is watching the face of the God, and at the same time he is watching the face of his boss, and he is saying his problems to the God. Oh my God, what I have did. My boss is believing me very good, nice. That he is not separating me and my daughter from her family. He is seeing me and my daughter as one of the member in his family. In that situation, if this matter is going to her, if she thinks me that I have done the mistake, at that time I cannot be live alive. That is the great mistake. That is I cannot hear the look up to my boss face, and I cannot live in this world. So I can watch. What can I do? I am not able to face that problem. I am not willing to face that problem. I am not willing to live in this world. Being the that situation is saying to the God, oh my God, what is my please save from me from this problem. Saying that Lord has given, he is believing that Lord will give you the good things in his life. He is seeing the face of the God and crying, oh my God, my boss is thinking me that I am the good man, and I am believable to his family, and the madam is not separating from me from their family. They are giving a good importance as the members of their family. He is seeing my daughter ask her doctor and giving the importance to her marriage life, and saying to me at that time, if I have taken the amount and put the amount in my account and my daughter amount, like this Nandini has created the problems. This matter is here to that her. If she thinks that I have done that, how can I be alive? How can I be alive? Oh my God, please help me. Please help me. Like this way, he is seeing the face of the God and seeing the face of his madam, and watching both those faces, and is crying and crying every second, and is watching all the activities of the prayer woman. Prayer woman is saying her problems about the decision taken to the 30% share in the company, and that the decision was taken by her is wrong, is said by she is worshipping God, saying these problems to the God, and she is worshipping. At the same time, Sundaram is standing and saying his problems to the God, that the mistakes that the Nandini has created, the thief matters, and the problem is going. That matter is worshipping the God. Thus, the two persons are worshipping the God at the different stages, the problems that had in their life. They both persons are worshipping very, very, very clearly, and they are saying the problems to the God. Sundaram eyes is on the tears, and he is moving behind the Priyaraman. After worshipping God, both of the persons are getting out of the temple and coming out of the temple and entering into the car.